The drama surrounding Brat and Judy's contentious divorce has just grown more heated, so hold on tight. You've probably heard about their split and the acrimonious argument over their son True. But hold on, there are other problems than custody. Rumor has it that Brat has been given custody of baby True and is receiving child support from Judy. But what Judy is saying now, honey, is the real shocker. It seems that she is accusing Brat of stealing her money. Judy claims that Brat stole money from her bank, gained access to all of her accounts, and was aware of all of her financial secrets, according to rumors. The problem is that Judy plans to sue Brat for a whopping $300 million. This relationship has clearly officially turned into a full-fledged quarrel, and Sis is willing to take the matter to court. These revelations are ridiculous, and the drama is far from over. Permit me to explain how this once-loved couple became into adversaries in the legal system and why their dispute is only becoming worse every second. The two initially met in Atlanta in 2017 at one of DuPart's Kaleidoscope marketing events for the Miracle Drops product. Brat was curious yet bashful. At first, I was incredibly worried and terrified, she remarked. I would hide behind furniture while she spoke. When I laughed, I would conceal my face. All right, swag gone? I don't think anyone would expect me to do that. The two got to know one another better on their first date, which was held in the studio. This surprised DuPart, who thought they were just performing a Miracle Drops commercial. But Brat used the opportunity to get close to her. She said, "Let's connect, what am I supposed to make of that?" According to Jessica in 2021, "I thought we were going to hang out and have fun since she wanted to connect. She made a good impression even though she dropped a drink." Then Brat ghosted her for a few months after they swapped numbers. In the end, she was able to reconcile with DuPart. Originally, there were certain rules. Naturally, when we first meet, it can't be like, "Oh, we can go to the movies, I was very alright with it." But it just took some getting used to, DuPart said in an interview with Essence in 2021. It felt like a whole other side of life that I had never really explored or studied. The moment I saw the advantages of solitude, I was like, okay, I got it. In 2019, the women traveled to New Orleans, the birthplace of DuPart, to attend Essence Fest. At that point, Brat began to care less about what people would think or say about her being in love with another woman. When we first got to New Orleans, we went to eat at Maro's, and because I was still a bit nervous, I strolled behind the establishment. When she turned around and planted one on me in 2021, she said, "I was like, oh my God, you kissed me outdoors at Essence Fest," Brat said. But it was just like, you know what, I didn't care anymore, I simply felt that way because of her. The couple made their affair public when they were spotted together in New Orleans in March 2020. Around her birthday, Brat shared the Bentley DuPart had bought her on Instagram, gushing about meeting her ideal love. "I was a sort of quiet person until I discovered my soul partner, who handles some things differently than I do," she continued. "My dear Judy, thank you for so much more than just this wonderful birthday gift. I've never had this feeling before. Because it's so overwhelming, I often find myself in a trance, hoping that I won't be awakened to check if it's real, so that I may continue to live in this dream." The couple was chosen to appear on the WETV reality show Brat Loves Judy shortly after becoming public. At a surprise birthday party that DuPart threw for the rapper on the television, she asked Brat to marry her and proposed. In January 2022, the couple shared a picture of Brat covering DuPart's stomach with her hands in a heart, although it was never clear at the time whether or not they were expecting. Fans and famous friends thought it meant they were pregnant, even though Brat later said it was a marketing collaboration for the Kaleidoscope brand. Nevertheless, they had begun to prepare for a child. At a star-studded wedding on February 22, 2022, the couple formally exchanged vows. Brat's sister, Lisa Raye, was one of her bridesmaids, and the rapper was escorted down the aisle by longtime friend and collaborator Jermaine Dupri. After saying "I do," the women moved on with their plans to increase their family. Before Brat could consider becoming pregnant, she was told that she would need to have fibroids and polyps removed. The rapper also miscarried. After she tried to get her eggs back, DuPart also ran into problems. "I had never been so happy over something that I didn't even realize I wanted," she told people. "I was really enamored with the idea, but it was all ripped away from me in a flash. Everything worked out okay in the end." Just one day before their first wedding anniversary, the couple announced on social media and on Sherri Shepherd's show, Sherri, that they were expecting a child with the help of a donor from their cryobank. People heard Brat say, "It's definitely a blessing, I'm ecstatic." At an Atlanta event for DuPart's Kaleidoscope firm, which offered Miracle Drops, the two first met in 2017. Brat was curious yet bashful. "I was a little scared and nervous at first. I would hide behind furniture when she spoke to me," the rapper said. I used to cover my face when I laughed. All right, swag gone? I don't think anyone would expect me to do that. They got to know each other better on their first date, which took place in a studio. Brat regarded it as a chance to learn more about her, but Dupart was taken aback because he thought they were simply meeting to discuss promoting Miracle Drops. She said, "Let's connect, what am I supposed to make of that?" According to Jessica in 2021. I thought we were going to kick it and chill since I thought she wanted to link. Brat managed to make a good impression, even after spilling a drink. She stayed silent for months after swapping phone numbers, but she was eventually able to reconcile with Dupart. Originally, there were certain rules. "Oh, we can go to the movies" was not an option when we got together. It took some getting used to, but I was pretty okay with it, Dupart told Essence in 2021. I had never utilized or looked at it before, and it seemed like a completely new part of life. I recognized the advantages of seclusion. The two went to Essence Fest in 2019 in New Orleans, where Dupart is from. By being open about her love for another woman at that time, Brat began to care less about what others might think or say. When we first got to New Orleans, I was still a little nervous, so we went to eat at Moro's. In 2021, she told Essence, "When I stepped behind the building side, she came around and put one on me, you know what? I no longer cared," Brat said, describing the Essence Fest. "She just made me feel that way." Suspicions were raised when the two revealed their romance to the world in March 2020 after being spotted together in New Orleans. Around her birthday, Brat shared a photo of the Bentley Dupart got her on Instagram, expressing her happiness at having found her person. "I've always been a quiet person until I discovered my true partner, who handles some things differently than I do," she continued. "Sweetie, I'm thankful for much more than just this wonderful birthday gift. I've never had this feeling before. It's so overwhelming that I often find myself in a daze, praying I would never be pricked to see if it's real, so I could live in this fantasy forever." The couple was selected for the WE television reality series Brat Loves Judy shortly after becoming public. At a surprise birthday party that Dupart threw for the rapper on the television, she asked Brat to marry her. In January 2022, the couple shared a picture of Brat covering Dupart's stomach with her hands in the shape of a heart. Fans and famous friends interpreted this as a sign that they were expecting, even though Brat later clarified that it was meant to promote a new collaboration for the Kaleidoscope brand. But they had started making plans to have parents. On February 22, 2022, the couple formally exchanged vows in a lavish ceremony. Brat's sister Lisa Raye was one of her bridesmaids, and her longtime friend and lover Jermaine Dupri escorted the rapper down the aisle. Following the wedding, the couple continued to work on expanding their family. Brat was told that fibroids and polyps would need to be removed before she could try to conceive. Dupart experienced issues after her attempts to harvest her eggs, and the rapper experienced a miscarriage. "I had never been so happy over something that I didn't even realize I wanted," she told People. "I was really enamored with the idea, but it was all ripped away from me in a flash. Everything worked out okay in the end." One day before their first wedding anniversary, the couple announced their pregnancy on Sherry and social media, among other sites, with the help of a donor from their cryobank.